Warning, the following show contains conservative posturing, radical Christian ideas, and may offend pagans, Wiccans, Islamic fundamentalists, and other unenlightened individuals. Callers and guests may be subjected to brash and offensive comments by the hosts and any other type of bullying tactics available. But that's okay. We know why you're here.
This concludes this test of the emergency broadcast system.
Tonight is Monday, October 26th, 2009.
What's up? Welcome to World of the Unexplained. I am your host with the most, Jay Scott, sitting to my far left tonight.
Far left.
And I don't mean that in a liberal conservative way, but sitting to my far left tonight is none other than our newest addition, I believe. I'll make the announcement anyway. I don't know if Chuck's coming back, so boo-hoo, guys. We're not sure. He's been working hard. But to my far left, Gomez is what we're going to call him.
The Gomez.
Dave Gomez.
Dave Gomez.
Yes. So, or whatever. We may change it up later. But that's it for now.
We'll switch it to John.
John Gomez.
John Gomez.
Yes. So, anyway, we planned on having a really good guest on tonight from the Winston-Salem Paranormal Society to speak about, and you know our rule here, we don't generally have people from ghost hunting organizations on the show because, well, we just think unless they're a celebrity, it's kind of gay. Because, there's
one... There are rules here, dude?
Yeah, there's always rules everywhere.
Okay.
So it's gay because there's we could have every show, we could feature a new one, and we wouldn't run out for 7 years. So, it's kind of pointless. But we were going to do this tonight because we wanted to explore something local here in Kernersville, which is this place called Corner's Folly. KORNERSFOLLEY. So you can Google that and probably find the website for it. But it's supposedly haunted. They certified it as being haunted. We were going to have somebody from there, but it fell through. There was a lot of confusion about who was going to be on, what was going to be talked about. So we may have them on in the future, and we'll see what comes of that. But as of now, it will be me and Dave Gomez. And indeed, he's here, of course.
It's the Gomez, man.
Trent cannot be here because, yep, we'll just leave it at that for now.
Yeah. I refused to give him a ride. I saw him on the street,
Kept going.
I kept going. I mean...
I would too, though.
Yeah. Who's that? Is that a bum? Oh, no, it's Trent. Never mind.
It was our one chance to get him off the show. I'm sorry, everybody.
He should be listening tonight, too. So give us a call, Trent, if you're listening out there, 877-722-7382, or locally, 996-1596, 877-SCARE-YOU-TOO. Anyway, but we're working it, so we're gonna do it old school. We'll talk about whatever you want to talk about tonight. Open lines, and open mic, and we'll get some stuff going on. We will have Jason Offutt if we can get a hold of him. I spoke with him earlier. He's going to be coming on. He's the writer of Haunted Missouri and some other things. He's going to be coming on later if his cell phone will actually give him a signal. He's at a graveyard right now with his Paranormal Journalism class. They're doing a little project out there apparently, so we will see. No, that's great to see that. We'll see. What happens from then on. So that's where we're at, and going along just fine. So we'll check that out, and we'll get back to you as far as that goes. That is terrible, D. That is awful. I can't believe that.
Calling us from a graveyard, you say?
There we go. Yeah. So anyway, Trent, if you're listening, give us a call and we'll talk to you. Watch him not even listen tonight. I mean, that's the way it'll be. But anyway, once again, for those of you that missed it, came in a little late maybe, David Gomez, or just Gomez, or Dave, or whatever you want to call him.
Gomez.
John Gomez. Yeah.
Gomez.
The Gomez, is here with us tonight in the studio. He may be Chuck's replacement. We're not sure yet if Chuck is coming back or not, because he's been really busy and just bought a new house, and he's moving into that, and he's got a promotion at work, and he's just been super busy, and he just doesn't have time for us poor souls anymore. So if you want to email us, if you don't want to call in, you can email us at worldoftheunexplained@gmail.com, and we'll be checking that periodically throughout the show. So that's where we're at right now.
Check out our Facebook page.
Oh, yeah, check out our Facebook page. And also go to worldoftheunexplained.com. If you click on the upcoming guest link on the front page, it'll take you to an updated page that I've made that will show you who's coming up in November. I've still got to add another guest to that, but I'm hoping to be continuing to add to that. And I've got some other guests coming on in December that I haven't put up yet as well. So we'll be running it rampant again and actually updating this website as we go along. It'll be fun.
And we're still working on the podcast.
Oh, we're still working on the podcast, yeah.
Got most of the editing done.
Got most of the editing done. We're having problems with the whole editing process. Computer thing, yeah. It's rough.
It's a program problem.
Right.
Yeah,
right.
it was.
Program problem.
I've noticed that Blockbuster has shipped Leprechaun 4 in space. I'm happy. We've tried.
Film of the century.
We've tried to get this guy on the show. You know, the Leprechaun.
Can't find a mic that goes down that low, but we're working on it.
And we've been unsuccessful in we've been unsuccessful because his people won't call us back.
We're generally unsuccessful.
Yeah, sometimes.
I'm joining right now. I'm very qualified for that.
What, the unsuccessfulness?
Unsuccessfulness. That's my degree.
Well, you'll fit right in here. But yeah, if you go to the upcoming show links, I'll talk about that briefly. On November 2nd, we have Suzanne Taylor. What on Earth? Inside the Crop Circle Mystery. We hadn't had a good Crop Circle show, I don't think, ever. So that'll be good. And then a returning guest on November 9th, Michael Horn, the Billy Meyer story. They've came out with a DVD movie now, and they shipped that to me. It's very interesting. We'll be talking about that. We've got a Twitter page, which is, let me see, I'll click on that. I can't tell you where it is. Yeah, it's twitter.com/Wotu Radio. And you can follow us there and do all that good stuff and text us. And, who wrote this? I think Trent did that. Tonight on Wotu, we have members of Winston-Salem Paranormal Society.
There's a lot of misspelled words there, aren't there?
Yeah. And so that's on the Wotu Twitter page. Then our MySpace page, of course, myspace.com. /World of the Unexplained. Also the Facebook page. I don't know what our Facebook page is, so I just linked it directly to Facebook. You could sign in and search for us. I'll be updating that a little later. But and the chat link is broken, as you can see, because, well, I haven't found a chat room yet that we're going to use. But that'll be coming up in the next few weeks. Then on November the 15th, I believe. I don't remember the date. Hang on. We've got a Freemasonry guy coming on that should be fun.
Oh, right on.
But let's see here. This is November the 16th. We're going to have on, I'm going to pronounce her name wrong, Linnea Lee, author of Skulls of Salvation. It's a book about the Mayan Doomsday Prophecy and the Crystal Skulls of Belize. So, should be...
Also getting Dr. Bob back on?
Yep, Dr. Bob is coming back on as well. Dr. Bob Coran on a book on werewolves, probably be in December sometime. See, email from a listener. What do I need to search for on Facebook to find you guys? Clicking on the link doesn't work for me. And World of the Unexplained and Wotu doesn't show any results.
Yeah, put failure into Google. And
I don't know what to tell you. Trent C. Lackey is what it's set up under. Imagine that. It's probably what it's under. Try that. Yeah, it's. I don't know because that's why I couldn't find it either the other day. But it's there. I promise, it is there. I've seen it. So good luck. Good luck.
There's a prize for anybody who can find us anywhere on the internet.
Yeah, call us
at any
or
time.
us.
Right. We'll give you our home numbers. 2:30 in the morning. Hey, listen, I found your website.
Exactly. We're gonna give him your cell phone number and please text him. I can't believe you still get charged for texts. Who gets charged for text anymore, dude? You do.
Yeah.
It's like, who pays for long distance anymore?
Suddenly the studios become hostile.
Yeah. I mean, really, though, who pays for that? I don't know. Well, apparently Dave does, and the people that run his weird plan are, well, they're Nazis. That's what it really comes down to. Nazis, all of them.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a paranormal phone plan. Yeah, it's run by spirit technicians and the like.
Oh my God! Oh, he didn't have to do that. He didn't have to go there, did he? Spirit technicians running his phone plan. Oh.
Hey man, what did they only talk to one guy? I mean, I got spirit technicians too.
I got you, man. That's cool.
Yeah.
Well, maybe we'll talk to some of them tonight. Yeah. You don't do any impressions, do you?
Impressions?
Yeah.
I guess not, man. What do you want? I'll make something up for you.
No, I mean, like Trent does the Wookiee thing. I just didn't know if you had anything.
Wookiee? Am I confined to Star Wars?
No.
Is there a broader scheme?
A broader scheme. I'm not that much of a dork. Sorry, D.
Like Star Trek.
Oh, my bad. Yeah, y'all get really, really weird about that, don't they? You know what I'm talking about? Those are the Trekkie Star Wars guys. They have like a little war going on amongst themselves.
I'm sure. Yeah, there is a war.
I saw that movie Fanboys, and they fought each other. They fist fought each other and then tried to speak Klingon to the other group. And
Who won?
I don't remember. I think the Star Wars guys actually won.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well,
how about that action?
Well, they've got the lightsaber advantage,
That's true. That's
Right.
true. And they've got a Wookiee.
Right.
And they've got Jedi mind tricks, dude. You can't beat that with a little taser gun.
First guy to go down is Ensign Johnny, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Right.
The guy in the red shirt.
Right, yeah.
He's always the one to go.
Always get the guy in the red.
Yeah. But anyway, we've got this Freemasonry thing coming up. I'm thinking about joining the Masons.
You think about what?
Think about joining the Masons.
The Masons with
Yeah.
like the society?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So I can find out all their secrets and tell everyone on the show about it.
Have you actually talked to the Masons, or are you just going to kind of show up?
I'm just going to show up. No, I've talked to them.
Oh,
I've got to weigh in if
Well,
I
I
wanted
mean-
to go.
No, I figured you just showed up like a 12-pack, and it's kind of like, hey guys,
I want to be in.
Yeah, what's up? I like.
Okay, it is under Trent C. Lackey. I swear.
Congratulations, Jay
Our
Scott.
Facebook is under Trent C. Lackey.
You're winner of tonight's prize.
That's crazy. I got the email. I'm going to ask the listener that emailed us that information to email us again and tell me exactly what the address is. What the URL is. Is it facebook.com/Trent Lackey or what it is? If you could help me out with that, that'd be great.
So give me some more. So you've got the 12-pack now, and you know where to go. And
Yeah. Yeah, I'm there, man. I'm in. If I want to be in, I'm in.
Well, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't realize they were lowering their standards.
I didn't either.
Yeah.
That's why they invited you. Isn't that great? So I got you in, man.
Very nice. Very nice.
I knew you'd appreciate that. So but yeah, that's coming up. We'll see what happens with that. I may not join. I don't know. After that whole Bill Sneblin interview, it kind of makes you be like, oh, are they a bunch of evil, freaky people? I don't know.
I mean, we should wait for the interview. Really?
I've had the interview.
We already had one.
Oh, that's right. That's
No, this is an old one. This is the guy that. Well, I mean,
okay.
this is a guy that was the vampire.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
When the vampire tells you not to join the Freemasons because it's evil, it's probably a good thing to heed that advice.
Yeah, no, I can
mean,
see,
I don't know.
Credibility is a big issue in paranormal. Paranormal credibility is really the number one thing running right now. So.
Okay, they gave me a Facebook search here. That's not going to help me. But that's okay.
We still haven't located our own website yet.
Yeah, I'm just looking for the facebook.com / whatever it is. That's what I want to link the button to. So anyway, but so we're on Facebook. We've got the Twitter thing going on. We're tweeting. We're on MySpace. I don't get the whole notion of Twitter. It's really kind of lame. I mean, I don't know.
I'll even fool with it.
Oh, well, yeah, it's because your mobile technology's in the 1800s still. That's why. But I mean, you surfing the net from a phone ain't happening. You should see this guy's phone. It's ancient, so it looks like
it doubles as an assault weapon.
Well, D saw it earlier tonight. He says, "Man, my home phone's the same size as that."
For a second there, I almost forgot what we were talking about. And
but no, we're gonna have a guy on. Let's see. I don't have a date yet. I don't think. Let me see. Watch me book him the wrong date and double book the show. No, I said November and December. Still a bit. Okay. The book is called The Genesis of Freemasonry by David Harrison. Yeah, David Harrison.
Right.
So it should be pretty good stuff.
I think it's great. So that's what I'm saying. You should. And
It's about English Freemasonry. He's a historian. He reconstructs the hidden history of the movement, treating its roots through a mixture of medieval guild societies, alchemy, necromancy. He examines the earliest known Freemasons and their obsessions with Solomon's Temple, alchemy, and prophecy with the formation of the Grand Lodge in London.
I think we have some. Some founding fathers are Freemasons. Isn't that right, Scott?
Oh yeah, man, a bunch of them.
Well, give me a list here because
Well, George Washington's the big one, man.
Washington, really?
Haven't you seen the big Freemasonry temple that they have in D.C.
I
has the big.
I've seen the.
Yeah, that's like the big statue of George Washington.
Pictures, I didn't,
Yeah, I've been in there.
I didn't get off the bus. I didn't hit.
Oh no, I went inside
there.
I went inside there, took the tour.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Oh okay.
Yeah, at the end of it, they bring this curtain up and show you a recreation of the Ark of the Covenant.
Oh wow!
For like 10 seconds, it's like, vroom, vroom. It's like, see it? Yeah, not anymore. But yeah, that's kind of cool. But yeah, they were having some kind of little Masonic thing when I was there. So you saw these old men running around their little Masonry get-ups.
Well, a lot of them are old men now, aren't they?
That's what I'm saying. They're aging out, I think.
They're aging out. Okay.
Yeah.
Well, George Washington. That's that's to be expected, really.
Okay, I've been informed that Facebook does not work like MySpace. You don't have a designated URL. Just search for.
We're discovering this
Trent
now.
C. Lackey in the search box in the upper right corner. Okay, we can link it that way, I suppose. But anyway, so what were we talking about? Oh yeah, Freemasonry.
Right.
Yeah, me going to that thing. Jefferson, I believe, is a Mason.
Jefferson too, huh?
Yeah, but I think Adolf Hitler was a Mason as well.
Oh, you've got to be joking.
No, I'm not kidding.
I don't know my history.
So. I was reading that the other day that Adolf Hitler was a Mason.
Oh,
I was
really?
Like, really? That ain't good.
Well, okay. Well.
Yeah. So, but in general, a lot of the good old founding fathers were Masons, and that's just one of the things that, it was the in club, back in the 1700s. That was the way to be.
Right on.
Crazy. Yeah, crazy.
Crazy.
If you want to give us a call here, our phone lines are open. Obviously, 877-722-7382. It's going to be a strange night tonight. We haven't run without a guest in a long time, so I don't know if I'm used to doing it.
It's exigent circumstances,
It is, but it's cool. We can dig this. Ron Paul Hunter, if you're out there, give us a call.
Anyone.
Rich Ondas, if you're out there listening.
No, actually, it's a huge scam. We can't actually even take phone calls because they come through my phone.
Yeah.
And
But yeah, so for those of you that are just tuning in, once again, I'll make a couple of announcements. Number one, Winston-Salem Paranormal Society not with us tonight over some complications. Number two, David Gomez, or just
the Gomez.
Doug Gomez may be replacing Chuck Browder. He's here tonight as the co-host, so you'll get to meet him. Give us a call, 877-722-7382. And right now we're talking about everything from Freemasonry to
Hitler.
Yeah. Now, the Nazi Germany, I know a lot of you, we did have a show on this a while back about the Nazi Germany. It's not on podcast. Well, none of this is on podcast yet. Ha, ha, ha. But we did do an episode with a guy, and I can't remember his name off the top of my head, but he had written a book on the occult symbolism behind the Nazis and what they were trying to bring about through Nazi Germany. So, Hitler was very, very much in tune with the occult and is trying to, basically conquer the world. That's what he was.
I've seen Indiana Jones. That's
dead
on. It's
yeah,
dead on.
It is.
Yeah.
And anyway, I'll tell you one great thing we did this last weekend, non-Hitler related, of course. We went to.
What is that? That's how we're gonna have to preface everything from now on. The following comment is not related to
Hitler or the Nazi Party. Yeah. We went to the, let me get this right, Kersey Valley Spooky Woods.
That's right. You told me about that.
Yeah. Well, we went. Me and Dee went. And Dave didn't.
I didn't. That's true.
And you wish you hadn't.
I was too scared. And no one gave me a Hitler discllaimer at the beginning,
so he wasn't sure what was going on.
I ducked out.
But it was a good show. I mean, a good experience. It was better than what I remembered it a few years ago. So
yeah, you told me it had changed from the last
it
time
had.
I'd been there.
And your friend Dan went with us, which was a lot of fun because there was a
great guy. Great guy.
Oh yeah. Well, there's a point where it starts out, you go through the haunted house, and that's a fairly short ordeal. Yeah, about 4 minutes of that. So then after you get out of the haunted house, you go out through the back and you get on to this like back of a tractor, kind of trolley tractor thing. And that takes you up through the woods. And of course, as you're riding through that, creatures jump on and scare you and, look at you and try to touch you. Things like that you're uncomfortable with. Yeah.
Well, wait a minute.
Yeah, wait a minute. That wasn't part of the show.
You're supposed to be centering yourself here, J. Scott.
But no, they jump on the ride, and of course, my stupidity, I always sat in the front, so they're always jumping up there looking at me, and I'm like, come on, give me a break, Freddie, get out of my way, So anyway, that's what happened. We saw that going on, and then after you ride through that in the dark, and it's kind of creepy. Then you get up and you.
That's the point there, yeah.
You get to the woods entrance, and you actually go through through the woods.
After you stand in line for about half an hour.
After you stand in line for a little
half
bit,
an
because
hour,
each of these events you have to stand in line. You stand in line for the house, and then you jump on the little tram ride, and then you stand in line for the woods. Then you go through the woods, and then after you get out of the woods, you stand in line for the other part of the woods, which kind of takes you through kind of it's more built up. It's kind of like there's walls there, but it's still kind of woods. It's kind of weird. It's outside.
It's actually a big scam. It's actually the same woods, but you doubling back the other way. And, they're milking it. It's very dark,
wait. I messed that up. Before you go through those woods, you go through the corn maze, and the cornfield. And things jump out at you there, but it's a pretty fun little experience, and it takes about an hour to go through the whole thing. So it's a lot of fun. So we went at 10.
And you took Dan with you.
Yeah, and we were out about 11:15. But the cool thing about the new thing they added with the woods, the first set of woods after the tram ride, was, they had these flashlights, and they would do weird things. And the guy told us, they said, take this flashlight with you because you're going to need this flashlight, if you're, this, that, and the other. If you're chicken, take the flashlight. So, of course, Dan's like, I'll take it.
I'm chicken. Give me the flashlight.
But he's like, I'll take the flashlight, and I'm like, oh, great. Dan's getting the flashlight. Wonderful. They're going to mess with us more. Oh, no. No, actually, I'm glad Dan took the flashlight because I'm telling you, there are some major issues of civil liability. You can't see anything, dude. It is pitch black. Thank God we had the flashlight. I stepped on this one, I think it was a little girl they had dressed up in something. I stepped on. I'm like, oh, I'm sorry. I felt terrible about it. I could see she was like, boom, she pops out. Yeah, she did scare me, but I was afraid I hurt her more than anything else. She didn't scream, so I guess we're cool. But it was kind of crazy.
I love it. He goes to Coastal Valley. Lots of ghosts popping out. Somebody's got a flashlight or something, and Scott's worried about what is it? Civil liability.
Well, no, I'm just saying that there's definitely an issue there because
pointing the flashlight at people.
It's pitch black. I mean, it really is. You couldn't without that flashlight. I don't think we could have seen anything much to even navigate our way through there.
I didn't even use after a while. It stopped working altogether.
Oh yeah, and it would do that. It would strobe out and it would play tricks with you. That's part of the idea. It's a trick flashlight.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, so that made it a little bit more fun.
Well, yeah.
But, you could see everything coming, so it was a little bit better.
And you entrusted that to Dan.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, of course.
All right.
Did a great job with it. But that was fun, and, the cost on that's about, $20 a person, I think, after we got the little discount for booking.
Oh, wow.
As a group and everything.
That's definitely worth it.
Yeah, it was definitely worth it. But guys, we're going to take our first break of the night, and we're going to be back on in just a little bit with a special guest if we can reach him by phone, if his cellular towers where he's at is going to give it to him, with Jason Offutt doing his first and only live interview from a cemetery tonight. So we'll be speaking with him here for just about 15 minutes. And then we'll cut back to the rest of our show. But give us a call, 877-722-7382 when we return. You're listening to World of the Unexplained. And we're back, World of the Unexplained. I want to thank one of our listeners for sending us 2 seasons of a TV show. They didn't have to do that, but we appreciate that he did. And we will be watching it as soon as it arrives. So anyway, thank you once again. It was a nice little gift. You didn't have to do it, but we're happy that you did. So...
It's
anyway,
ecstatically happy.
So we'll be doing that. Yes. Anyway, we're Dee's right now is trying to get a hold of Jason Offutt to see if we can get him on the line
in the graveyard.
Live
from the graveyard.
Yes, where he's got his whole paranormal journalism class. I don't know what they're doing out there. We'll ask.
I wish I had something like that in college, man.
I know, man. It filled up. It filled up.
I'm sure it did.
Like the first day.
Oh,
I mean, it just boom. The people saw it and they wanted to be in it. And
I would have gotten a major in it.
Yeah, a major in paranormal journalism,
paranormal science.
Yeah. Well, I don't think you can do that many places anymore.
Well, that's
actual colleges. You can.
It's the oppressive university.
I know they're terrible.
They're not as open-minded.
Unless you're studied about, unless you're studying feminazis or, some kind of.
There's Hitler again.
Yeah.
But you forgot the disclaimer,
Yeah, is Jason with us? Jason Offutt.
Yeah.
Well, thanks, man. Welcome to the show.
Hey, thanks for having me on. I have never done a radio show live from a cemetery.
So are we
This
gonna?
is the first.
Are we gonna unearth? What's his name? The mobster.
Who? Capone?
Yeah, Capone. The one that Geraldo made me sit for like 10 hours waiting on in the 80s.
So did I, and they found a beer bottle.
Yeah, and you're like, you want to kill Geraldo at the end of that. You made me wait here for this?
Actually, wanted to kill Geraldo before that, but that's another story.
Yeah, but you know what I'm saying. I mean, you made me wait here for this? Yeah, oh my God. Anyway, so what are you doing out there in the graveyard?
Well, a couple of different things. Every year, we take a group of freshman students out to this graveyard and do a ghost investigation. It's a historic graveyard and a lot of urban legend around the hollowed-out shell of a chapel sitting next to it. We've got that, and a number of members of my paranormal journalism class are out here this evening on the ghost hunt.
Oh, cool.
Yeah, we were just talking about it. We're bummed out that we never had the opportunity to do something as cool as that. When we were in school.
Yeah, I just live it.
Because you didn't have a teacher as cool as me.
That's true.
Oh, no, absolutely.
That's true. Well, you're talking to this is our new addition, Dave Gomez.
The Gomez.
We call him the Gomez.
The Gomez.
Yeah.
Yeah, we couldn't find we couldn't
All
find
right.
Trent Lackey, although I did see him on the way up here on the highway. I didn't stop for him because you got to serve the end good. You know what I'm saying? Your call,
Was he
Professor. You know what I'm talking
in
about.
an orange jumpsuit picking up trash?
Not yet.
No, that would require. Never mind. I'm not going to say it. Anyway, so what? You've got some freshmen out there, and then you've got your paranormal journalism class. How many people you got out there total?
Oh, gosh, head count. They're all wandering around the cemetery. Probably about 12.
So you could leave one or two behind, and you wouldn't know. That's what you're telling
Do
me.
you guys work on the
Yeah.
buddy system, or how does it? I mean, you're dealing with freshmen, you said, right?
Every man for themselves.
So
The biggest problem that we've had in the past is a freshman too afraid to go pee by themselves.
No, I understand
Oh,
that.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Now, you have permission to be at this graveyard.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, so you're not trespassing. I just want to make sure, let you know the legal ramifications of that.
No, this actually I featured this cemetery in my first book, Haunted Missouri, and I'm on good terms with the caretakers.
Oh, that's cool. Very cool.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, rule number 1 of ghost hunting: don't trespass.
That's
People
true.
shoot at you.
That's true. People arrest you.
Is there a personal experience story behind this, or
No.
is there someone you want to
no,
apologize to while you're on the air? Or
No, I always have permission to go places because, my wife would be really ticked off if I came home bleeding profusely.
Yeah, I can understand that.
Yeah, the carpet!
Well, cool, man. So are they enjoying themselves?
Sure, I don't know. You want to ask one?
Yeah, sure. Put them on.
no, let's
All
hear
right,
it, man.
somebody want to be on the radio.
I already like this guy.
One of my paranormal journalism students.
Okay. What's his name?
Yellow.
Hey, you're on World of the Unexplained. This is Jay Scott. What's your name?
Aaron Smithmeyer.
Aaron Cliffmeyer. How are you, sir?
Smithmeyer, actually, but I'm doing great.
Oh, I'm sorry. So
I have one of those last names, man.
what made you sign up for Mr. Offutt's paranormal journalism class?
Well, I've always kind of had an interest in it, and I figured, why not sign up for it now that I have the chance? I mean, it's a special offering class, and, if you have the chance to take a paranormal journalism class, why wouldn't you,
I agree. So what's it been like so far?
It's been great. We've covered everything from, cryptozoology to of course, orbs and pretty much everything under the sun, including Hollywood myths and all kinds of stuff. It's a great time.
My show's listening to my show's a prerequisite for you guys. You know that, right?
Well, of course. It's pretty much
you're going to get extra credit. You don't even know it.
Well, cool. What are you looking for tonight?
Well, we've had a lot of experience out at Workman's Chapel. There's a lot of history behind it. And even my freshman year when we came out here, we took a picture of one of the girls that was out here, and there seemed to be some sort of ethereal light or something circling her in the picture. It wasn't a long exposure or anything. And actually, Offutt still has it. So, and I was standing about 2 feet to the left of her when it was taken. So that was pretty interesting. So we're hoping to catch something like that again tonight, if not some orbs, or we have some out here as well.
Oh, cool. Very cool. Very cool. So did you vote for Barack Obama?
What's your position on health care?
I would have to say no, I did not on that one.
All right. Finally, another conservative. All right. Very good. Put us back on with Mr. Offutt now, please. Thank you, sir, for being on the show.
Thank you. Here's Jason.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Hey, man. Here's Jason. What, are you on a first-name basis with these kids? Was this Quaker school?
Yeah, absolutely.
You're screwing up, man. You're screwing up.
Yeah,
you need
Mr. Offutt anything. It's Jason.
Okay, I called you Mr. Offutt when I talked to him out of respect.
Yeah, that's all right. Thank you. I'm about as if I was any more laid back, I'd be comatose
or arrested.
You'd know worse. You'd be Trent Lackey.
Oh man, he's gonna get you.
If he ever hitchhikes up here to the studio,
Yeah, for the midterm for this class, last week before, I don't remember how time goes right by. 2 weeks ago, we went to the Villisca Axe Murder House in Iowa. So for the midterm, they got to hang around a house for a couple hours where an entire family was butchered with an axe back in 1912.
Wow.
Best midterm ever.
I bet. You've got to give that guy that talked to us on the phone an A. He told me he did not vote for Barack Obama.
No, he didn't. He's a good young conservative man.
Thank God we still have those in colleges today.
Yeah.
All this misinformation and liberalism, it's just a disease.
And now back to the ghost hunt.
Yeah. But, so, I mean, that's a pretty good-sized group, though, about 12.
Yeah. We I've got 22 in my paranormal journalism class, and all of us went up to Villisca because, again, it was the midterm, and this is a voluntary thing, just to come out and do this for fun.
That's cool. Now, of the people that you have out there, are you recording any EVPs, or is there too many people around to do that?
Well, we've got audio recorders set in different parts of the cemetery and in the...
Jason, you with us?
We'll just have to listen and see.
Okay. You...
Now, in Villisca, when we went, we had audio recorders set up. There was a couple of times when we got EVPs of them saying our students' names.
Oh, that's creepy.
Yeah.
Did they ever say your name?
No.
Offutt.
I promised my wife
First name
bring my
basis,
work
man.
home with me.
Yeah, I hear you. Jason Offutt. We've read your book.
Highly displeased we are.
So, no, I'm going to be on the blurb of this next book, right?
Yes, yeah.
All right, very good. New
Well, you
blurb.
got to keep reminding me. I haven't sent it into the publisher yet.
Oh, really? Oh, man.
Yeah.
and I'm the slack one. What's up?
Well, yeah, I mean, you had my chapters for what, 6-9 months?
Something like that, yeah.
I've had this for like a week.
Yeah, something like that. Hey, who's counting? Someone apparently is. No, that's cool. So you're gathering EVPs, you're taking photographs. Is anyone taking any video?
Yes, we got the video with night vision. It's set up. I believe it might be set up in the chapel right now.
Do you have any EMF monitors or meters or anything? Okay.
Yeah, we do have an EMF that was picking up some stuff when Aaron, the student you talked to, was addressing whoever might be listening, and the thing actually reacted to his command. So that was pretty cool.
Oh, that's pretty crazy. I told him that our radio show was a prerequisite for your class.
I told him he'd get extra credit.
Oh, well, there we go.
You're on the hook, man.
Yeah, that's it. But no, that's awesome. Well, man, we'll let you go, man. We know that you're busy out there, and we just thank you for your time tonight, as little as it was, to share some information about it. And hey, man, you made history.
Hey, absolutely. Hey, I always love being on the show. Great talking to you again.
Definitely. We'll schedule a full 2 hours later on, okay?
Okay, yeah, we'll do.
All right, Jason. Take care.
Okay, same.
Later.
Bye.
All right, and that was Jason Offutt, and pretty cool. Pretty cool. In the graveyard.
In the graveyard, live from the graveyard.
Live.
At the greatest college in the world.
That's right.
Paranormal journalism. Unbelievable.
Yeah, it is. I mean, that would be a fun class to take, I can imagine. But anyway, 877-722-7382. We will take your calls. 877-SCARE-YOU-TOO or locally 336-996-1596.
We know you're out there.
We do. And we're here. We're right here. We're ready to believe you.
If anyone wants extra credit, now's the time. You know.
That's right. Now is the time. Extra credit on WOTU. Yeah, you don't get anything.
We'll sign whatever you want. Liability waivers.
Yeah, contracts.
Contracts.
Mortgages. I'm kidding. Car notes, whatever. We don't care.
Death certificates.
They'll be signed the Gomez at the bottom. That'll work out very well with your creditor, let me assure you. But anyway, so any Dee had pulled up some of the most famous Masons there earlier. What you got for me, man?
It's everybody there.
Everybody.
No, it's everybody. Everyone's amazing.
Everyone
Except for
that's a
you.
Mason.
No, I mean, who did you told me some of them? Didn't you say Al Sharpton
No, we
was
got
one
some-
or something?
No,
Jesse Jackson.
Jesse
That's right.
Jackson.
My bad.
Jesse Jackson.
Yeah, as a Mason. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, I gotta confess, I don't know, as most of you out there can tell, I don't know much, but I definitely do not have the history of Masonry, Freemasonry.
Well, I don't either. Not
Right.
at all. Not by any means. I just know, like I said, Washington,
No,
Jefferson.
he's just seriously considering joining, and
Sure, man. I don't know nothing about it, though.
no, right, absolutely, which is the best reason to join anything.
That's right.
Yeah.
I agree.
Yeah.
Totally.
Absolutely.
I've researched well.
Yeah.
So, and that's the important thing.
Jesse Jackson's doing it. Jay Scott's on board.
That's
Let's-
right. I figure if old George Washington, is game for it, I might as well try it. I don't know yet. It's still
no
a thought.
flaws in that logic. I can't even find one.
Yeah, He had wooden teeth. I'm thinking about getting all mine removed and getting a set.
I think that'd be a good look for you.
I think it would be too. I
Yeah.
could polish them.
Right.
Sand them off every
you could.
night.
You could.
Yeah, all right. The splinter thing, I don't know. That might be.
Splinters are a
Yeah,
problem.
that
you
could
know?
be.
I mean, when you're
Yeah.
working with wood,
No, I'm talking about when you're eating.
okay.
A piece of hard candy, that could be a problem. That could be a
Hard-
little nasty too. Hard to brush wooden teeth. I don't know. Yeah.
I mean, I've never brushed, so I don't know anything about
You
that.
never brush. That's nice to know.
Right.
Glad you're using that microphone.
Well, I
over
thought
there.
we were here to scare people. I don't know.
Famous Freemasons.
General Douglas MacArthur.
General Douglas MacArthur. That's cool. Who else we got?
Thurgood Marshall.
Thurgood Marshall. There we go.
Was.
Supreme Court Justice.
Unbelievable.
I love the quote here.
What's the quote?
What is the quote, D?
It says the first black to be appointed to the Supreme Court of the United States.
Yeah.
But it's just,
Oh, that's just. Well, they're just telling you who they are. So for people that don't know.
but I mean, instead of first African American, it's like
Oh, I mean.
I was waiting for this quote.
Yeah, I was waiting for the quote too. That wasn't really a quote. That was just a
more like
factual
description,
statement. Yeah.
right?
the statement.
The statement. Yeah.
It was a blurb.
So you're saying it should have said African American, but it says black. Yeah,
Yes.
I think that's way too liberal thinking of you.
Yeah, absolutely.
I call myself white. I don't call myself a European American. I should, though.
No, you should.
I know I should. I'm a European American.
About Wolfgang Amadeus Mozart.
Mozart was a
Mozart,
Mason.
no.
I didn't know
Okay.
that. That's cool. Very cool. Have you seen the movie Amadeus?
I haven't seen it.
You haven't? It's a great
No,
film.
absolutely not.
Yeah,
I've
it's
never, but
classic.
of course, I've never seen anything. So
That's true.
except for
noticed that.
2001: Space Odyssey, which
Which is
I
a
swear
terrible
by.
film.
It's a wonderful film.
Terrible film.
It's a wonderful,
Terrible film.
Oh, it's just.
Anyway, tonight, if you guys are listening live, tonight we have on the History Channel, they're doing like a thing on the bloodline of Dracula. It's like a not a bloodline of Dracula, but it's like, I guess, ancestors of Dracula. They're doing something with tracing something down. I don't know. It looked interesting, so I DVR'd it. And then they've got something after that coming on that I also DVR'd. But it's on the History Channel starting when this program goes off at 10. Oh, the History of Halloween. That's what comes on at 11. Yeah. 11 o'clock, History of Halloween.
That's fascinating.
Well, I mean, they just think it'd be neat. It's fun. You know. Oh, do you remember we were watching that mockumentary the other night about what if the South had won?
We were. I fail to recall the name of it. It's also a good film. I'm sure you'll disagree, but
oh no, I'm sure I'll like it. I guess.
I think it's Confederate
it looked
States
fun.
of America.
That's it. Yeah, it looked fun. I mean, just the way they were recreating everything.
It's a great mockumentary as far as mockumentary films go.
Well, I saw another mockumentary the other night that I actually DVR'd because I just caught the tail end of it, but it was coming back on again at like 3 a.m, so I just went ahead and recorded it.
Right.
But it was on werewolves, and it was like they're finally coming out after all these years. They've been in hiding, and now they're coming. You know, it was like that's kind of interesting.
No, they're creating political interest groups.
Probably, who knows?
Right,
I think that would definitely. We'll have to check that out.
Lobbying for voting rights. Et
yeah,
cetera.
Right.
Yeah. Right. I think that's
lobbying against the leach law.
Right, absolutely. Right.
But I'm thinking, we'll check that out. If it's a good film, we may, just bring on whoever created that if they'll give us some time.
I think that'd be great guest.
Yeah, it'd be fun. But anyway, so 877-722-7382. That's 877-SCARE-U2, or locally 336-996-1596. See, I know those.
And
numbers.
you have the added bonus of calling the worst phone in the world.
What?
His phone.
It's my phone.
Oh.
He doesn't even remember the skits we do before the show.
I know, this is terrible.
Well, no, I mean, they're not calling that phone, though.
Oh, well,
They don't know that.
They don't
that's
know.
true.
Yeah. This is insane.
Oh, sorry, I just totally missed that.
If you could escort Jay Scott out of the studio.
That went way over my head.
Way over.
Way over, yeah. But anyway, what we're gonna
and when you call in, keep it simple.
Keep it simple, yeah. KISS, keep it simple, stupid. All right. We're going to take a short break, and we'll be back here in just a second. You're listening to World of the Unexplained.
Welcome back to World of the Unexplained. This is the Gomez.
The Gomez, I like that. Anyway.
Glad to have you listening. Somebody just gave me the finger.
Yeah, that would have been the... We've got some different links from a listener here. We're gonna look at here. Let's see here. Yeah, let me look. Yeah.
Do we have an email over there or?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, sorry you can't see that screen.
No, I can't see that screen.
Where does he find this stuff? Very, very strange stuff. Let's see here. We're just going to look at all of them here. New medical evidence could stop UFO hacker extradition.
That sounds.
UFO hacker.
Apparently, one of the newly appointed UK Home Security people stopped the clock on the extradition of a British man who hacked in the U.S. government computers and discovered secret military space project. While searching for evidence of anti-gravity and UFO technologies, this 43-year-old man hacked into NASA computer between February 01 and March of 02. Well, it's great to know they're that secure.
Yeah.
Well, they do.
Oh, no. Here's the best line of this story right here. Besides finding the U.S. military had a very lax computer security network, McKinnon found evidence of not only UFO-based technology, but of a secret American military unit operating in outer space.
Run by the Masons.
That's what he told Wired.com in 2006.
Well, it's true.
Run by Masons.
It's run by the Masons. It's got to be.
Well, NASA does do their projects for the cheapest bid. Whoever can do the work for the cheapest.
Whoever can do the work for the cheapest.
That's right, man.
Okay.
Bottom line.
That's right.
I should send in a quote.
You should. Whoever can build that spaceship for the cheapest price.
Go to the moon, $29.99. Sign the Gomez.
Oh my gosh. Yeah.
That sounds like solicitation there. It sounds like I'm going to meet the NASA officials in a dark alley and be like, "Listen, man, you want to go to the moon?"
That sounds like some kind of proposition. I don't know. Hey man, you want to go to the moon? I don't know you, sir. What is this thing about going to the moon? Sounds like you're selling drugs. Hey, you want to go to the moon? Yeah. Anyway, crazy. Yeah, lots of crazy. I'm still looking here, but yeah, it's that's fun stuff there. UFO. I don't know. We've had a lot of UFO stuff on here before too. I mean, you remember we had Prophet Yahweh. Were you around for that, D?
No, I was not here for that interview.
You weren't?
Nope.
Well, I know we had a lot of. There was like a thunderstorm outside. It was crazy. Like it kept crackling, and the phone lines were like all. It was crazy. It was just really really weird. Yeah, I get to hit that top one there. Yeah, I haven't seen that one yet. Let's see here. A list on conspiracy theories.
Oh.
Thanks to the hard work of Flame Wars, we now have 50 complete conspiracy theories listed on the site. We're at some listserv site. Denver International Airport basically is the third largest in the world. They crawl over the secret cover for the New World Order's underground headquarters.
Masons.
Yeah, I see the Masonic symbol there. There we go. Yeah, see, it's like, this all builds back.
It all comes back to it. You know?
The airport's extremely expansive and boasts a very strange architectural appearance. Yes. They think that it was designed to resemble Indian teepees, apparently, in an effort to appease the dead Indians. Yes. And it's centered precisely on what was an old Indian burial ground. But there's all kinds of weird symbols, like the Nazi black sun. See, they're get tied into Nazi.
Disclaimer, I've been telling you.
And a scene depicting the destruction of a city and forest with a girl holding a Mayan tablet, prophesying the end of the world.
2012, people. 2012.
Yeah.
2012.
And the Great Hall is a reference to Freemasonry. Yeah. The Bilderberg Group. Oh, we've heard this one. That's as far as New World Order stuff goes. Bilderbergs are always like, oh, it's the Bilderbergs. Oh, yeah, they're in control. They're in control. Yeah, king of the castle.
I've got a chair. I have a chair.
But it's crazy stuff. What is this? Karen Silkwood, chemical technician at the Kerr-McGee nuclear power plant. Let's see, from 73 to her death in 74. Her job was manufacturing plutonium pellets for nuclear reactor fuel rods, which was also Homer Simpson's job at the Springfield power plant. What does this have to do with
Good
anything?
job, a lot of benefits.
Well, apparently, if you get the job, your life expectancy is a year.
Oh, yeah, no, well, yeah. Well, Homer's been doing good. I mean, he's still around kicking after, how many seasons have they gone into? I mean, I was a kid. I remember watching that show as a kid.
Yeah,
So probably...
It was on Tracy...
Ullman, too, yeah. Wow. Okay, the Port Chicago explosion, July 17th, 1944. Naval magazine in Port Chicago, California, blew up and killed 320 sailors and civilian injured 390 others. Huh. Most of the dead were black. So, yeah, that's interesting.
There's a statistic for you, I guess.
I'm just saying.
A factoid.
Alien base under Antarctica. There we go. I like this one.
I've definitely. I mean,
the Bermuda Triangle.
I've seen the alien base. I mean,
the Odessa, number 4. This is they claim that high-ranking Nazis secretly escaped to countries with no extradition policies like Argentina and Indonesia. These Nazis included Hitler, according to the theory he was never caught. No, I saw the History Channel the other night, guys. You got that wrong. Okay? They found his body. Stalin was trying to hide it. We know what happened. Stonehenge, number 3. That is kind of weird. Stonehenge is a creepy place. The Sphinx is number 2. And the Rendlesham Forest incident is number 1. England's Roswell. Well, there's these. I've talked about them before on the show. There's these things in Georgia called the Georgia Guidestones, and it's got all this.
Okay.
Are you familiar with this?
I have no idea what you're talking about.
It looks kind of like a mini Stonehenge, and no one knows who built it. And it was built in 75 or something, D? And the guy they say that built it, his name was R.A. Christian, but that was like a pseudonym. But no one knows who it was.
What's the significance of it?
Well, they have all these different things written in different languages all over them. Or let me find it. For all of you people curious about the Georgia Guidestones, I'm gonna find it and direct you so that you may read this. Let's see, Georgia Guidepost. Is it Guidepost or Guidestones?
It's either Guidepost or Guidestones.
Yeah, it's Guidestones. Here we go.
Different languages, you said.
Yeah, we'll go to Wiki. It's reliable, right?
Absolutely.
It's a large granite monument in Elbert County, Georgia, and there's 10 guides is inscribed in the structure in 8 modern languages, and a shorter message inscribed at the top in ancient language scripts: Babylonian, Classical Greek, Sanskrit, and Egyptian hieroglyphics, called the American Stonehenge. And basically, here's what the inscriptions are. There's 10 of them, and the first
all of them advertisements.
Yes. The first is maintain humanity under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature. Number 2, guide reproduction wisely, improving fitness and diversity. Number 3, unite humanity with a new living language. Number 4, rule passion, faith, tradition, and all things with tempered reason. Number 5, protect people and nations with fair laws and just courts. Good working on that one. Number 6.
You said you found this in Georgia, right?
Yeah. Number 6, let all nations rule internally, resolving external disputes in a world court. Oh, that'd be great. And number 7, avoid petty laws and useless officials. Well, there goes Congress. Number 8, balance personal rights with social duties. Number 9, prize truth, beauty, love, seeking harmony with the infinite. And number 10, be not a cancer on the earth. Leave room for nature.
That sounds like a David Letterman top 10 list there.
It does, doesn't it? It also sounds like it had to be in the 70s because,
Be not a cancer on the earth.
Yeah, but that whole 500 million people thing. But the languages is in, is English, Spanish, Swahili, Hindi, Hebrew, Arabic, Chinese, and Russian.
Huh.
Yeah. Pretty wild. Kind of weird.
See, I always expect those ancient, transcriptions, those ancient, prophecies, whatever you want to call them. There's got to be an advertisement in there somewhere. Just protect all humanity. Live justly and enforce justice through your courts. Wings down the street, 10.99. Yeah. It just only makes sense to me that somebody in there bought out some space on one of those secret tablets.
Like I said, they don't know they don't know what it is. They don't know where it comes from. It's just it's one of those things. And it's a mystery, dude.
It's unexplained.
It is unexplained. Oh, wait a minute. One of our listeners sent us another link about the Georgia Guidestones. Here we go. Wired magazine article. American Stonehenge, monumental instructions for the post-apocalypse. There's a picture of it. Can you see that? It's pretty good, isn't it?
Nobody will.
Very nice.
It says the Georgia Guidestones may be the most enigmatic monument in the U.S. Huge slabs of granite inscribed with directions for rebuilding civilization after the apocalypse. Only one man knows who created them, and he's not talking.
It's Trent Lackey.
Trent. Coming down to Georgia, building a bunch of Guidestones. God.
This is the apocalypse can't touch this. They rope it off. These will survive.
This is what it says. It says that the Guidestones began the story of the Guidestones began on a Friday afternoon in June of 1979 when an elegant gray-haired gentleman showed up in Elbert County, made his way to the offices of Elberton Granite Finishing, and introduced himself as Robert C. Christian. He claimed to represent a small group of loyal Americans who had been planning the installation of an unusually large and complex stone monument. He had come to Elberton, the county seat and the granite capital of the world, because he believed its quarries produced the finest stone on the planet. The president nodded absently, distracted by the rush to complete his weekly payroll. But when Christian began to describe the monument he had in mind, he stopped what he was doing. Not only was the man asking for stones larger than any had been quarried in the county, he also wanted them cut, finished, and assembled into some kind of enormous astronomical instrument. What in the world could it be for? Finley asked. Christian explained the structure he had in mind would serve as a compass, calendar, and clock, and would need to be engraved with a set of guides written in 8 of the world's major languages. And it had to be capable of withstanding the most catastrophic events so that the shattered remnants of humanity would be able to use those guides to reestablish a better civilization than the one it was about to destroy itself. Creepy! Isn't that strange?
No, it's unbelievably strange.
Yeah, it is.
You know, and the other picture you had before does nothing to what this actual picture looks like.
Yeah, you're right. It's got a bunch of stuff. This is just check Wired.com and maybe search for this. You can probably find it. It's pretty wild. They've got all the measurements and everything here. There's some really good pictures.
That's a pretty wild looking. Man.
Yeah. The job would require special tools, heavy equipment, and paid consultants.
Paid consultants.
But Christian merely nodded and asked how long it would take. Finley didn't rightly know 6 months at least. He wouldn't be able to consider an undertaking yet unless he knew it could be paid for. So they asked if there's a banker in town, and they sent him out there, and I guess that worked. Let's see, the tall and courtly Martin, he was the banker, the only man to have met this person besides the granite worker, face to face, is now 78 years old. So showed up wearing a
So
nice...
he doesn't remember anything. And
Yeah, well, let's see here. He was taken aback when the man told him straight out that R.C. Christian was a pseudonym. He added that his group had been planning this secretly for 20 years and wanted to remain anonymous forever.
that's incredible.
Let's see here. I'm
So
trying to...
what do you think, Jay Scott? I mean, if you wanted to come up with the conspiracy and propose it, get some money for it, what do you got? What do you got?
Hang on a minute. I want to know that. Let's see here. He said he would reveal his real name on the condition Martin would promise to serve as his sole intermediary, sign a confidentiality agreement pledging never to disclose the information to another living soul, and agree to destroy all documents and records related to the project when it was finished. He said he was going to send money from different banks across the country because he wanted to make sure it couldn't be traced. He made it clear he was very, very serious about secrecy.
Masons.
And
now we're just screaming out Masons. It just
$10,000 deposit. This is in 1979. That's a lot of money in 1979. It's a lot of money now, but it was a whole bunch of money in 1979. All of his correspondence came from different cities around the country. Never sent anything from the same place twice. That's intriguing. I've never read this take on this before. Good stuff. Wired.com.
there's a gold mine here. Swahili can't pass that up.
It was unveiled on March 22nd, 1980. And it was a community celebration.
Well, I love the diagram they have here. Just
it's
the
good.
Different languages here, and I'm just wondering how they structured that. I mean, it's Hindi and and Swahili, Classical Greek, Spanish. What kind of order do they have there? I mean,
yeah, because unfortunately, no one can really read Classical Greek anymore. So.
Well, no, this is good right here. Guide reproduction wisely, improving fitness and diversity. This ties back into our Nazi thing. It didn't take a great deal of imagination to draw an analogy to the practice of, among others, the Nazis.
See, there's the Masons and the Nazis. That's been a theme all night.
That's been the theme of the show. Mason Nazis. I mean, Masons and Nazis. I don't know. Let's see here.
Disclaimer.
Apparently, these guys kept in touch with each other, the banker and this R.C. Christian
the
guy.
Nazis and the Masons?
They became pen pals.
The Nazis and the Masons were pen pals?
No. And occasionally, he would call him from a payphone at the Atlanta airport to say he was in the area. And the two would rendezvous for dinner.
I'm outside the corner at the phone booth.
It sounds like one of those lackey calls. Hey man, I'm at the payphone. Come get me.
Oh, wow. Here we go. The banker received his last letter from Christian right around the time of 9/11 terrorist attacks and assumes the man, who would have been in his mid-80s, has since passed away. Huh. That's some interesting stuff right there. No one knows.
And they are not tiny.
Yeah. Luciferian secret society. And that's what they think. Some of the people.
Yeah, some of the other people.
So, not me. I didn't say that this time.
So here's my thing. Who actually inscribed it? did the workers inscribe it? And
I would
if the
assume
workers
so.
Inscribed it. Did they know how to write?
Oh no, I'm
anything
sure he gave. I'm
past
sure he.
Greek,
I'm sure he gave them the.
Arabic?
I'm sure he gave them the info. You know what I mean? I'm sure he did.
Has someone been there? Are there misspellings?
There's got to be.
There's a screw up here and there. Yeah. No, I'm sure someone gave him the info to actually be able to sit down and do it though. You know, this is what it needs to look like. I think. I mean, anybody could copy it.
I'm just curious.
I attribute that article to. Let's see here. Who wrote this article? I want to make sure we give him credit. Randall Sullivan. So yeah, that's where I've been getting this from. randysul@aol.com.
That's awesome.
So anyway, but yeah, that was good stuff. Very good stuff. I enjoyed that. Did you enjoy that?
No, absolutely. I mean,
No.
No, absolutely.
no, I'm just I'm
Absolutely not.
I'm trying to decipher the misspellings now
Yeah.
in Swahili.
Yeah, well,
which I've been well educated in.
Of course, there
Right.
may be some misspellings on there. I didn't know. I didn't
I
really
would
take
think,
that
yeah.
take that look at it
Yeah.
that strongly. So, but anyway, you're listening to Worldly Unexplained. We're going to take our last break of the night. So hang in there, and we'll be back in just a second.
Welcome back. You're listening to World of the Unexplained, the local Kernersville, North Carolina Republican ghost show, as I like to refer to it.
That's right. We try. We try.
Ghosts of Republicans, 24/7, all day long.
Next week, Ronald Reagan. Let's see here.
If you missed our show on Nixon,
Tune back in for the.
got to get those spirit technicians working on it.
That's right. That's horrible. The former Prime Minister of Denmark admits that he was warned that the South Tower was going to collapse. Victims and rescue personnel did not receive the same warning.
That was random.
Huh?
That was random.
Yeah, it was. I'm just saying, that's what's on here.
Welcome back, the former Prime Minister of Denmark.
During a recent interview on Danish television, former Prime Minister of Denmark admitted that he received a message 5 to 10 minutes beforehand telling him the South Tower of the World Trade Center was going to collapse, prompting questions as to why the victims and rescue personnel inside the building didn't get the same warning. Wow. Yeah, I don't buy the whole 9/11 conspiracy thing.
Yeah, I don't think many people buy the 9/11 conspiracy thing.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I just don't. There's a lot of people that do, but not me. What do you think?
What do I think?
Yeah.
Oh, you know, I mean, when you're talking about, you know, you're talking about some sort of inside government conspiracy about destroying commercial buildings of, you know, high significance, you know, and nobody says a thing. You know, I mean, the amount of coordination that, you know, it takes to do something like that. I mean, you gotta wonder. There's no whistleblowers. You know, there's you know, no one says, hey, wait a minute, maybe we shouldn't do this. You know, I mean, so I'm decidedly in favor of it, as you can tell.
Everyone was in a conspiracy together.
I think
no one.
I think they made a documentary or something to that effect.
They made a bunch of the you know, Loose Change was one of them. It's a favorite that's, you know, riding around the Google world or the YouTube world, excuse me. But yeah, there's been a bunch of theorists that believe that's what happened. I don't know.
Theorists.
Yeah,
Theorists.
I don't like I said, I don't buy it. But you know, whatever.
What is it? What are the qualifications to be a theorist? Can I be one of those?
You can be, anybody can be one. You just have to say
okay.
something crazy and promote yourself as an expert in this conspiracy field. Yeah.
Oh, you know, I feel like I'm capable of that.
I think you are.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, without even trying.
I know. You're there.
Are there
Write a book.
Are there tryouts for being a
No,
theorist?
just write a book.
No. Oh, okay.
Make it insane. Write a book. You'll be fine.
Well, I've got literacy problems, but
I know, but that's
yeah.
okay. They have those programs now that type when you talk.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. And I mean, everything I write is, you know, translated. You know, spirit technician, language barrier, Somali, write it on a stone. You know, that sort of thing. That's how I roll.
That's the way I roll.
If there's anything worth saying, you've got to create a mysterious stone monument to say it. Books are no good anymore.
That's right. We're gonna break down to bedrock. Fred Flintstone, Barney Rubble. We're gonna get this thing doing. You know, working.
Arrange them in some shape or something. That'll get them listening.
That's right. Like Stonehenge.
He's going high tech. He's going to use wax tappers.
Wax tap. The great place to build that would be somewhere in southern Florida, where it's nice and warm.
We'll choose our location.
These are the wax tablets. There was writing on them years ago.
I mean, like I've mentioned before. I'm going with the advertising route too.
No,
I'm not just going to get out there and
eat at Joey's.
Absolutely, eat at Joey's. That's what I'm saying. I mean, I'm not just going out there and putting up a whole bunch of stones.
Home with the chicken wing.
Home with the chicken wing. I'm gonna collect a little bit of advertising costs on it. I
understand that, man. You've got to make some profit to build the thing.
Absolutely. That's that's what I
what restaurateur would not want their
boom
thing etched
boom.
in history forever?
Absolutely. That's what I'm saying. That's what I've always been saying.
This will be long here after Joe's Chicken House is gone.
Absolutely. 1099. Stonehenge. That's what I'm.
Boom.
Yeah. Boom.
Yeah.
People walk up and go,
"Where's Joe's?" Well, it was there.
Well, and that's why you got to have one of those intricate stones. One of them's got an arrow on it.
Yeah. That way.
It's
136 miles this way.
That's
you
right,
walk in,
Joe's.
it's preserve justice in your courts, create a world government, make a fool of yourself. 1099, eat at Joe's. Here's the arrow. Boom. I mean, which one are you listening to? I know I'm hungry.
Oh, you can eat Wednesdays. Yeah.
Drink specials are on the other side. The back side of the stone is the part that doesn't sell for as much.
Exactly. Drink specials. Thirsty Thursdays.
I mean, you got to imagine that some of these ancient cultures, they had, they traded, they, maybe didn't have currency or whatever, but you got to know that on the back side of the stone is, that's where you got your substandard advertisements.
Sure. Yeah.
The space on the back, it goes for less.
It does. It always does.
It always does.
Yeah.
You definitely want to go. You don't want to go for the back.
You want to go for the front.
You want to go for the front.
You want to go big.
That's what I'm saying. Big front.
Yeah, big front.
Big front. Don't go for the back.
No small front.
Nah,
big front.
What are we talking about?
I don't know.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Eat at Joe's.
Eat at Joe's. I'm pointing, but I don't think that listeners can hear or see
Can see or hear you're pointing.
Right. Yeah.
Anyway, but just strange stuff though. In general, I think something like that. It's definitely different. I don't know.
I'm gonna have to give you back your pen and pad.
Why am I
driving me crazy.
clicking too much? Am I doing crazy things here?
There's excess clicking here in the studio.
Yeah, I'm on the internet, man. Ooh, I've got the internet. Yeah.
D's getting upset.
D is getting upset. Let's see here.
Too much surfing going on.
Halloween.
It's this weekend, isn't it?
I know it is.
9/11 conspiracy, though. I mean, you got to question something like that. I mean, I felt like, and I don't know much about conspiracy. I always felt like the moon landing conspiracy was the forerunner for, that was the standard, That was the standard of conspiracies. If you want a conspiracy, you want to be a theorist, you want to eat at Joe's, you got to hang out with this moon people, I mean.
The moon people.
Yeah.
I wonder how much advertisement space for the moon goes for.
Advertisement space for them, that's good. That's a good question, I mean, I wish we had a way to solve it, but Jay Scott's, too busy. What are you looking at on the internet there?
The history of Halloween.
The history of Halloween.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Dude, that is the creepiest picture I've ever seen.
This one?
No, that one.
Oh, that's a picture. That's a picture of Trent.
That's a traditional. It's a traditional Irish Halloween jack-o'-lantern from the early 20th century.
That is creepy.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? Yeah, it's crazy. Trick-or-treating, costume sales, games and other activities, foods. Because the holiday comes in the wake of the annual apple harvest, candy apples, known as toffee apples outside North America, caramel or taffy apples are a common Halloween treat made by rolling whole apples in a sticky, sugary syrup, sometimes followed by rolling them in nuts.
A sticky, sugary syrup.
Yep. Religious perspectives. This is wiki, man. They're crazy.
No, they're on point. That's what I think.
What?
Wiki, on point. All the time.
Yeah.
Can't beat it.
It is a credible source.
It's a credible source.
It's not a credible source.
If there ever was one, it's a credible source.
If someone in my class, if I ever taught a class and they cited
Paranormal
Wiki,
Journalism. Well,
they cited Wiki. I mean, they would just have to make an F right then.
Really? I mean, that's what you do.
Yeah.
You give them an F.
Yeah.
Right there.
Mm-hmm.
See, and this is crazy.
Try again next semester.
No, I mean, not for the whole class, just for the paper.
Oh, just for the paper.
Yeah, but see, I would warn them ahead of time that if anyone cited Wiki, I would give them enough.
You'd give them the disclaimer.
Yeah.
The Nazi disclaimer.
The Nazi disclaimer.
Right, okay.
The Nazi Masonic disclaimer.
Well, that's interesting there, I mean, I know that if I was in a paranormal journalism class with you, I'd be scared to pee, but that's just me.
I know.
You're gonna have to help me out.
Well, I mean, I don't know. Do you consider Wiki a credible source for writing a paper?
Absolutely.
Really?
Absolutely. You gotta have some wiki in there. It's not a paper without some wiki.
Wiki is just it's a group of people that have come together to decide what something is.
You mean like the government, or?
Yeah, and that's not credible either. So there you go.
No, you gotta have some wiki. It's not a paper without wiki. I hope a lot of college students are listening to me right now.
Well, I hope they're listening to me, because if I were their professor, it's not a primary source. It's crap. As far as using it for a paper, I think it's bad.
But it's got that postmodern cultural value to it.
No, you're right. It does.
The wiki site. I mean, it isn't. You don't write a paper to be informative. You got to be entertaining too. You got to put some stuff in there that's completely untrue. You got to listen to our radio show. You got to do lots of things that don't make any sense.
What does that have to do with Wiki?
It doesn't make any sense.
I'm forming my defense for you.
This is Chewbacca. He doesn't make any sense. The Chewbacca defense. Chewbacca don't make no sense.
No, you gotta have wiki. I mean,
Anyway. 877-722-7382. No one's calling in tonight.
No one is calling in
I know.
tonight.
It's kind of driven me nuts.
Oh,
we used to get call-ins all the time. I don't know. Does the phone line work?
Well, I haven't checked my.
It works.
It works. Okay. Phone lines are working.
We do have to check.
No, so we do, because they go out from time to time. It rains and they just go out. Boom.
That's a convenient rationalization, I guess, but
Yeah. No, it's terrible. So, but it works.
no, I informed all of the listeners before the show started. I told them
Don't call.
I told them not to call. I told them it was really just kind of it was its own little conspiracy. So there's not really anybody answering on the other line. It's
It's a conspiracy theory. It's a hoax.
It's Domino's.
Thank you for calling Domino's Pizza.
An associate will be right with you.
That's right. I hate that. You call the pizza place and they put you on hold. Thanks for calling. Please hold.
It's crazy, man.
And they won't even talk to you. You could tell them that if you're trying to tell them something's wrong.
I don't know. I mean, maybe I'm just one of those lonely guys that can't read, but when I order a pizza, I want a little bit of conversation. I want some wiki. You know what I'm saying?
Oh my gosh.
It's like I was looking up on Wikipedia.
Avoid the Noid. That makes no sense to you, does it?
That makes no sense.
You're too young. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about, D.
I do.
Yeah, you don't remember the Noid.
Oh, people are going over my head now. How do you like that?
Avoid the Noid. It was a Domino's, little Domino's, like, creature. Yeah.
Oh, I do remember that.
Yeah.
I do remember
okay,
that.
all right.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
Yeah, you know why they don't use it anymore?
Why don't they use it anymore?
The company that created it for them, they had signed a contract with them, and they said that company kept all of its intellectual property. So they kept the Noid. And Domino's avoided the Noid then because they had no right to it anymore. Isn't that awful?
That's great.
They just kept the Noid. Don't have to avoid him anymore because they ain't go get him.
I don't know. I mean, if I advertised and owned a pizza place, I mean, I'd be using Hello Kitty, but
Hello Kitty Pizza.
Hello Kitty Pizza.
Hello Kitty.
Please hold.
Exactly. Please hold. Yeah. And why is it that only Chinese places and pizza places deliver? Why is that? Why?
I don't know. I guess maybe Italy, China. They're just they've got more like historical. I'm looking this up on Wikipedia right now.
I'm sure you are.
They've got more mobilization as a society, I think, and that translates into their culinary arts.
Yeah, Meals on Wheels. Yeah,
that's exactly what it is. No, it's got a site too. It's got a site on it, and so it's definitely credible.
Oh, it's definitely credible.
Absolutely.
Site's back to wotu.com.
Write a paper on it.
Worldoftheunexplained.com said that. So it must be accurate. Jay Scott said this. It has to be true. Yeah. See, it's that kind of crap that can be scary about it. I guess that's what I'm saying.
Yeah, absolutely right.
You know, I mean, come on. Give me a break. Give me a break. Wiki, come on. Ugh.
Wiki, man, greatest thing on the planet.
It's awful. You probably actually quoted that in one of your college papers, didn't you?
Oh, are you kidding?
Yeah.
Oh, man, I wrote the articles.
The Wiki articles? That's why you're an editor at Wiki. That's
right.
No, I think Wikipedia does have its good things. I mean, it's good points, but it's just my opinion that, if it were a college paper, I would want someone to actually use a book or a primary source.
A primary source.
Yeah.
I don't know. I mean,
No, it's obviously if the primary sources are no longer available.
Primary source, secondary source. That sounds like old man talk to me. But
well, I mean,
avoid the Noid kind of talk.
I remember the Reader's Guides.
I think those I believe those are living terms, a lot like the Constitution.
I don't think you probably don't know how to use a microfiche machine, do you?
Absolutely. What is it? When did we get to fishing?
Exactly. You remember the Reader's Guide? You remember those? Yeah. That's when you really had to do research there, buddy. You'd have to get out the Reader's Guide.
Come on a Republican Ghost Show, and we're talking about fishing.
We're just talking about, I don't know, people have gotten stupider. They have, yeah.
People have gotten
stupider.
stupider.
You actually go back if you wanted to cite a newspaper article. And actually
go back and find the newspaper article? Yeah.
People have gotten stupider. We're very, very confident of that.
Yeah, I think so.
I just double checked it online. So
people have gotten dumber. Yeah, it says it right here.
And if you've been listening to our show for the last 2 hours, then you're definitely a candidate.
Yeah, exactly. Oh my gosh. Anyway, we're gonna call it early tonight. Yeah, we're just gonna call it. Listen, guys. Next week, Suzanne Taylor. November 2nd, What on Earth Inside the Crop Circle Mystery? It's a DVD video, so that should be fun. Big fun. Crop circles.
Crop circles.
Yes, sir.
Why don't they choose other shapes? I don't know.
I don't know. Yeah. Well, anyway.
Parallelogram. You know what I mean?
Well, they may not be able to make those. It's scary.
D's giving me the thumbs up. See, parallelogram. That beats circle. Take that.
November 9th, Michael Horn talking about the Billy Myers story. So got two kind of UFO type of alien kind of situations going on back to back there. So it should be fun. Right? Awesome. Just looks at me, right? Yeah.
Join up on our MySpace page as well.
Yeah, MySpace page. What? Oh yeah, join our MySpace.
Still focused on parallelograms. I'm sorry.
Twitter, tweet us at Twitter. Tweet us.
Check out our Facebook if we can
if we can figure out what it is. Search Trent C. Lackey, you can find us. It's horrible.
Along with a series of charges.
Yeah.
A criminal record and several unauthorized transactions.
Yeah, I'm just going to put his criminal record up there for everyone to see. It's a public record. I'm going to do that. I'm going to pull it and throw it up there just for fun.
Impersonating a Wookiee.
Yeah, exactly.
Class 1.
Class 1, yes. Anyway. Guys, it's been real. It's been fun.
Absolute fun with you guys. Thanks for listening.
Fun. Yes, thank you. I'm Jay Scott.
I'm the Gomez.
Until next week. We'll see you then. Good night.